So this goes to all my freaks out there. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
This is Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and I got a shout out to Alyx. Well, Alyx, I appreciate you being a big wrestling fan, but remember, if you want your show's ratings to skyrocket, you have me, Big Papa Pump, the man with the largest arms and shortest fuse in professional wrestling, on your show. If you want your show to be a little more titillating, you have the big bad booty daddy with his freaks, and that show will get very interesting.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, who is currently having a bad hair day. Apologize, I just threw on this beanie, because your boy got the frizzies, but it's all good. At least I'm doing better than Andrade right now. You know what? I can't even talk about Dynamite. I can't even get to the show. Because as much as I want to, and as much as I enjoyed the show, I thought the show was great. I thought for the 3rd year anniversary of Dynamite, great show. I thought Brian Cage and Wardlow stole it. Best match of the night. Don't give a damn what y'all say. I was happy to see the women get a ton of TV time, more than they did before. Lets me know that if Tony really wanted to, he could have always given them that TV time, but I guess Saraya was able to, talk him into giving them more time.
Nah, come on. Come on.
Sammy has gotten into altercations with multiple people, and what does TK do? Reward him by going over a champion. TK is a joke of a leader.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I can't even get into what this show did, because I thought the show overall set up a lot of things coming down the pike. I was very excited for the main event until the ending, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the hype for it was very good. Daniel Garcia got a well-received reception from that crowd. The crowd was hot. They were into pretty much everything. Thought the opening match with Wheeler Yuta and MJF was a great showcase of the future. Wheeler Yuta continues to be easily one of the breakout stars of 2022. And we're doing a little bit of storytelling with MJF there, who's showing a bit of a soft side. Darby Allin and Jay Lethal. Hey, another aspect where we see a man that's usually cold-hearted showing some honor. Darby Allin, Jay Lethal having a great match. Lots of great wrestling on this show, man. I thought the 6 women's tag 3-on-3 really good. We even saw Paige get physical. Yeah, Saraya got physical with Britt Baker, which should put to rest that she's not cleared, or that she's not going to wrestle. Hangman Page and Roosh had a great match. Confrontation between, of course, Jon Moxley and Hangman Page, that was good. Fuego del Sol gets absolutely destroyed by Luchasaurus, building into, of course, Jungle Boy Jack Perry coming out, cutting a promo, saying, "You used to be my friend, man." I would like to sit here and just talk about that, because that's what it's all about. But I can't. Because once again, everything that we just saw has been overshadowed by backstage drama. And see, this one upsets me because we saw it coming. See, with CM Punk and the Elite, that was like a fireball that just went ablaze and went crazy. We didn't think it was gonna burn the whole forest down, right? It wasn't even a fireball. It was a match. Someone lit a match. It hit the ground. We're thinking, okay, that'll burn out. It's not that big of a deal. Then it gets left alone and it sets the entire forest on fire. Here, if you was to have even just turned on Twitter 24 hours ago, you would have seen Andrade literally tell Sammy, all right, I'm going to see your ass tomorrow. I'm going to see your ass tomorrow and I'm going to whoop that ass. And then what ended up happening? What ended up happening? He showed up at AEW and whipped Sammy's ass. Reports of a backstage altercation from TMZ, Fightful Select, everybody. Says here that Sammy shoved Andrade and then Andrade punched him back and fisticuffs away. But here's what gets me. Andrade was the one that was sent home. Here's the thing. Andrade should have been sent home. I completely agree with that decision. What I don't get is Sammy not being sent home. And I'm a Sammy Guevara fan. Houstonian. Love the guy. One of the best athletes in the world today, and I'm not going to even take that away from him. But he fucked up. Not only did he not only was he a part of the beef, the night before, he then instigated the fight by pushing Andrade. Why was he here? See, this is the problem. And I'll get more into it when we actually get into the podcast here, because this is just the intro. People are always going to be giving Tony Khan trouble. They're always going to be giving him shit for just existing. You can't help it. And anytime he gets shit for no reason, I'm going to be right there to defend him. But it's situations like this I can't defend. Tony, you saw this coming. You knew he was coming to beat up Sammy. And as a result, we're robbed of a match. Again, the fans are robbed. Robbed. Because the structure in AEW is so flimsy and the inmates run the asylum, once again, we're being robbed of seeing a wrestler on your TV sets. And I hate to say it, but there's a pattern here. Eddie Kingston, Andrade. What's going on? What's happening here? Don't y'all think it's kind of weird that it happens to involve Sammy? I mean, reports have come out for months now that no one wants to work with him. What's going on backstage here? Because until we resolve it, it's going to be hard to enjoy the shows. But yeah, let's have Sammy win the main event and completely be tone deaf of how that makes y'all look. Jesus Christ. So here I go again. Here I go again in bad faith talking about AEW. Because that's apparently what's happening here. Now, because I'm being seen as a WWE supporter. Funny. Because I've been praising Triple H for what he's been doing with WWE as of lately. I'm now the WWE supporter. I can't just like both shows. I don't like that. I hate that it's either one or the other. Why can't I just like both shows? And then when one or the other does something stupid, I can call you out for it. But no, I have to absolutely love everything that AEW does and never criticize it. Well, fine. I guess you can say I'm speaking in bad faith if you want to. But I'm going to tell it like it is. And I can't wait to get into that. So we're going to open things up with Bandido coming to terms with a new AEW deal. And that will be announced, I think, very, very soon. Then we'll get into Sammy and Andrade. Then we'll get to Dynamite. Let's get all the crazy shit out the way first. Because I truly, honest to God, thought Dynamite was a great show. But because everything surrounding Sammy and Andrade, everything around that is basically what people are talking about, no one's going to be talking about this show. Let's get to it, man. Let's just knock this out. By it, I mean the social media plugs and everything. Do the shout outs, do the sponsorship, and then get to the show. Here we go. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership today. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to, give thanks. Hit that super thanks after the fact. If you donate, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, and give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today. Pro Wrestling Tees or Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, the remix t-shirt made by Janox and Firestar Heart. All of this down below in the description box. And today's sponsor is The Ridge. If you're someone that's sick and tired of these torn up, out of fashion leather wallets, looking bulky and shriveled up, and you want something updated, more long lasting, a metal wallet or a metal phone case, then what you want is The Ridge. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by The Ridge. Are you tired of traditional leather wallets wearing out? Are your phone cases cracking way faster than they should? Perhaps you're a minimalist and are searching for something more small profile. Well, The Ridge is here to help. The Ridge offers metal-plated wallets and phone cases that will last you a long time. Quality materials come in aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber, making it hard to damage and long-lasting. Its slim design allows you to carry it anywhere, even in the smallest of situations. Each variant has a strap or clip to fasten your money, as well as an expandable card holder that holds between 1 to 10 cards, including credit cards and IDs. Today, if you click our link and use the coupon code RAWCognizance, you can get 10% off your first purchase. That's ridge.com/rawcognizance and the coupon code RAWCognizance in all caps. Stop carrying worn down bulky wallets and flimsy phone cases. Get complete control of your belongings today by contacting The Ridge. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am looking at 130 people live. I like it. Get them likes up. Only 41 likes? What y'all doing? Only 41 likes with 130, well, now 120 people, but let's go ahead and get these likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for making me a part of your day. Be sure you like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will have to be recommended here on YouTube. Help get past the algorithm by smashing that like button. Also, show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shout 97, Firestar Heart, Eliza, Demi, and Godzilla Hawk. Who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. We have a troll in the building. I'm already dealing with enough right now. Okay, someone get that troll for me, please. Lord have mercy. Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah, it's just stupid to me right now, because quite frankly, it happens all the time, people, but you can't do much about it. But it's cool. Let them do what they gotta do. 1 second. What was I saying? But yeah, it's always great that you guys are able to you know, be here for me, and of course, you know, show the channel some love. It does get to a point where your boy gets worn out. He does a lot, and I'm always just trying to make the most out of anything. But yeah, you guys are always welcome to continuing to support me here in Alyx's World. Now, I don't know what the deal is with these trolls, but this one seems to be special. I don't know how he's able to still keep coming in. I would like to not make this a subscriber only chat, but it looks like that's what's getting ready to happen. Regardless, you guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and keep things trucking along. So, hello to the following people: Tony Baptiste, Project Santi, Big MGM, Khalil does everything. Good to have you guys here. Kimbro, is it Chemo Embryo, excuse me. Chemo Embryo. Good World Order. We also got the Beat Jr., Ultra Charge. Joe and Mama Redondo. Toy Hunting. I think I see Minako, M.O., FemFamBot, who made an awesome intro for me. Omar Felicio. We also got Rolando Sabio, J Grand Finale. We got A-Rit, Adam Ritter. Is that Shadowstar? Shadowstar in the building. LGI, Valhalla Erickson. It's Steve Callan. Let me see here. I think I see the Bulldog Show Gaming. And then we got Hades, Thorn Fisher, Nithrax, Joseph Winters, Kyle, Aaliyah. Aaliyah is the GOAT. I agree. Aaliyah is the GOAT. It's the Natural Born. Thriller, Haven't said that in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Regito Boy. We got Franver Adrian. Did I say that right? Franver Adrian? I don't even think I said it right. The Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter, and the last one is going to go to the Tribal Chief. That's right, the Tribal Chief is in the building. Again, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for making me a part of your day. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. There's a lot to cover. So how's about we strap in and let's go ahead and get right to it. But once again, make sure you like the video. We got over 100 people here, but right now we're at 49 likes. Get these likes up, dagnabbit. Smash that like button for me. Alright, I'm pausing super chats. Let's go ahead and knock this baby out. So let's start off light. Start out positive. After an excellent match last week against Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship, in my opinion, a star-making performance, one that apparently had WWE asking for his number, AEW has come to terms on a new deal with Bandido. Now, Fightful Select has reported that Bandido is accepting or has accepted the deal and is currently putting pen to paper, or maybe he already has, and we're just waiting for it to be officially announced. But this was a great pickup. Very smart on Tony to lock him in. You don't want this one going to WWE. Because I'm almost certain Triple H saw him and was like, yeah, give me his number now. Give me that number now. All this talk that Triple H, WWE, isn't watching AEW. They won't tell you they are, but let's be real. Of course they are. You'd be crazy not to watch AEW. They're your competition. And with Bandido now and AEW, your competition just got a lot more intense. But once again, because AEW is signing the best talent, what's the argument that I keep hearing? Oh, Lord. We're adding more to the bloated roster. He's not going to be used all that much. Well, if fans start wanting him and start pushing for him like they did Brian Cage, you'll start seeing more of him. Trust me, Bandido is that dude. He's going to get more TV time. I still remember when he did that 60-second stalling suplex on Chris Jericho. I think the actual time was like 57 seconds, but still. That was crazy. Crazy. 60-second stalling suplex. You don't see that a lot. And when you do see it, you need to show it some love, man. So, yeah, very happy that they signed and locked up Bandido. You don't want him going to WWE. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Very curious to know where your heads are at when it comes to Bandido. A Bandido. And let me see if there's any more news to cover here. I don't want to be passing up anything before I go to Sammy and Andrade. Doesn't really seem like much to cover here. I see CJ Perry, Lana, was asked about potentially working with AEW. She says she's interested, but we need a good storyline. And there you go. There's nothing else to add to that. This is an interesting piece. Says here, and I'm not making this up, I might have to pull it up for you. Says here, Tony Khan fires back at bad faith fans that criticize how AEW builds up matches. Apparently, he said this on Busted Open Radio. Let me see something real quick. I see some stuff that people say, and I always want to take anything in good faith from the fans. But I do see a lot of people adjacent favoriting the WWE in bad faith talking about the level of build. Well, there's a lot of build around these matches. Cap. But anyways, he says there's a lot of build around these matches. And it's also, go back and watch an old wrestling show from the 80s and 90s. Oh, Lord. And sometimes you'll see two wrestlers wrestling for a spot. Wrestling for the win, winner's purse. That is a trope in wrestling that needs to continue to be a thing. You can call it a cold match if you want, but sometimes things start out of new issues. Not everything is going to have weeks, or months, or build going into it, although a lot of this stuff should. So this is Tony responding to fans who criticize him for not putting more stories into his shows and everything just kind of happening out of nowhere. Because he used to be very good at telling long-term stories. And he kind of got away from that. But he feels like, you don't have to do it all the time. I'm not even saying you have to do it all the time either. You could do a cold match here and there, but if you're going to do it, don't do it all the time. Do it here and there. You know? But tell stories, man. That's what really matters. I don't know. That just kind of feels like Tony was dodging criticism, but it is what it is. It's his company. Let him do what he wants. Okay. Y'all ready? Because I am. Sammy Guevara and Andrade are once again in the news. So let me bring you guys up to speed. Literally yesterday, last night, well, actually during the day, but I did a video on it last night. So either you saw the video or you already knew about it. Andrade did an interview. In that interview, he talked about people he had heat with. And he brought up Sammy Guevara because they had a match earlier this year for the TNT title. And during that match, Sammy got hit too hard. He got hit very hard by Andrade and then went backstage complaining that he got hit too hard to the higher-ups. Well, on social media, Sammy Guevara was like, you lying. Cap. No one likes you. Go back to WWE and fuck off. That's basically what he told Andrade on social media. And then Andrade responded, okay, see your ass tomorrow on Dynamite. Now, when this all happened, I think everyone was like me, where it's like, can y'all shut the hell up? Can y'all not do anything that makes the company look bad, please? Because this is just a horrible look for everybody. Why are y'all doing this stuff on social media anyways? Are you trying to build to a match? Because everyone was thinking this was an angle, like me. I'm like, well, feel like this is just an angle to help build into Andrade's match on Friday, because we're all trying to feel like, or we're all trying to pretend that he's not going to leave, right? But all right, sure, this is a weird way to do it. It also feels like we're building it to a match between Andrade and Sammy, which is weird as well. But no one was thinking it was real, because everyone was like, this can't be real. There's no way this is real. You're playing with us. It was real. It was real. Fightful Select. Well, actually, TMZ reported it first. But I'm going to read you Fightful Select's version, because Sean Ross Sapp is my dude. But yeah, says here, another backstage altercation took place in All Elite Wrestling. Sources familiar with the situation claim that at the October 5th AEW Dynamite show, there was an altercation between Andrade and Sammy Guevara. The two had taken shots at each other in interviews and on social media throughout the week, and it came to head at the Dynamite tapings. Andrade was removed from a scheduled mask versus career match against Dark Order's number 10, Preston Vance, with the latter remaining on the Rampage schedule in another match. I believe 10 is now in a Trios Championship match. Those that we spoke to say that there was a verbal, I can't speak English, it was a verbal altercation at first, but then it got physical. Says here that Sammy shoved Andrade. So Sammy put his hands on Andrade first. And then Andrade responded by punching him in the face. And then that led to them throwing bows. Throw them bows. We drop bows. Bows, drop bows, drop bows. Throw them bows. When you get on the floor, throw them bows. Throwing a punch. We're not sure if the punch actually connected, but we're told it was part of but it was not part of a work either. Both wrestlers were removed from the tapings and sent home. Andrade posted, "Respect me and I'll respect you" on social media shortly afterwards. As we see, Sammy did not get sent home. Sammy stayed. He stayed and went back to work like nothing happened. Man was all over the TV set. And what's sad about it is everyone knew. See, let's just get something straight. Everyone just assumes that casual viewers have no idea what's happening on Twitter. No one knows what's been going on behind the scenes. Literally a good portion of the AEW audience uses social media. They are the hardcore fans that support literally everything this company does. So what makes you think that crowd wouldn't have caught on to what was happening? It was a mistake to have Sammy on this show. And I say that as a Sammy Guevara fan. Again, I'll keep saying it. Sammy Guevara is one of the best athletes in wrestling today. Period. Whether you like him or not. And you have a lot of reasons not to like him. Some of it petty, but others like this, legit. What's going on, man? This is the second backstage altercation Sammy's been involved in for the last 2 months? First one was Eddie, now it's Andrade. And the first time it happened, nothing happened to Sammy. Eddie got suspended. And now again, nothing happens to Sammy. Andrade gets sent home. And in this situation, it's clear that Sammy started it. What pisses me off about this is that you saw it coming. This isn't like the scrum with Punk and Omega and the Bucks, where no one was expecting what followed after CM Punk's rant. It's like laying a match and throwing it on the ground. You think, okay, it'll burn out. No, and then the whole forest catches on fire. You're like, oh my God. No one saw that coming. Here, with Sammy and Andrade, it's like watching a meteor fall towards Earth. You saw it happening. Andrade literally tweeted, "I'm coming to beat your ass. I'm going to see you tomorrow. And what? He showed up and hit Sammy? Who was there to stop that? Come on, man. This makes AEW look horrifically bad. In all sorts of ways. Sammy should be at home. Period. Point blank. Sammy should have not been on the show tonight. I don't care how integral he was to it. He should have not been on the show. By you keeping him on the show, now you create the image that you're showing favoritism. He should have gone home. Even if the report I saw wasn't necessarily accurate. Doesn't matter. Send his ass home. You were involved in a backstage fight. This is your second one. Go home. Ain't nothing personal. This is just the rules. If you're going to send Andrade home, which you should have sent him home. Don't be walking backstage and starting fights for no goddamn reason. You sent Sammy home too, and you replaced him with one of the other boys. Tell me I'm wrong. By you keeping Sammy there, now you create this idea that you show favoritism to certain wrestlers, and that certain wrestlers can do whatever the hell they want. And it says here, in the same report, not a lot of people were happy that Sammy stayed. This isn't me talking in bad faith. This is me saying, yo, be fair. This is a horrible look. It was a horrible look yesterday. Now you look even worse. Because you didn't set parameters knowing that this was going to happen. I wish it was an angle. It would have been better off as an angle. It would have been a dumb angle. But you know what? At least it would have done something. But now, once again, who suffers? The fans. Now the fans are robbed. Once again. I was actually excited for Andrade versus Preston Vance. I was intrigued. You had my interest. I'm thinking, okay, is this Andrade's final match? What the hell? Maybe he is going back to WWE. Now that it's off, it's like, okay, I guess that's gone. I don't even know what the hell's happening on Rampage. I think they announced the card. Because remember, Rampage is live this week. Let me see something really, really quickly. So, Rampage on... let me see. I'm trying to see... Because I don't think Rampage is taped, actually. This one is live, which it should be. What's taped is the Battle of the Belts, which I think they're doing. Yeah, they're already taping that right now, so that's not what I want to see. Okay. Well, the only thing I know about is the Trios titles, which I'm excited about. Then you got, I think... Oh man, what tag match was added? Was it FTR versus those guys from ROH? Well, FTR is on Friday too. Yeah, it don't look like a good card actually. I remember seeing some matches on there. I'm like, the hottest match you had was Andrade versus Preston Vance. Now that that's gone, you don't even have a good replacement. No offense to the Trios Championship match. Like, can we get somebody on that show? What's Eddie Kingston doing? I don't know. This is a disaster, man. Like, I don't like that the fans were once again robbed. Because these wrestlers are just not... No one's watching them. The structure is all over the place. There's no boundaries set. There's no rules set. So the inmates run the asylum. Then what happens is it gets too out of control to where someone gets kicked out or gets punished. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. I think it's unprofessional. And once again, I bring it back to Tony Khan. Tony, get your ship in order, man. Like, we cannot keep allowing these backstage altercations to happen. This is literally, what, the fourth? The third? I feel like there's been at least about 4 of them this year. Okay, well, for right now, Eddie Kingston, Sammy, CM Punk, The Elite, and now Andrade and Sammy. This is like the third one that's happened in the last few months. What are you doing? And this is the second one involving Sammy. And nothing's happened to Sammy. What are we doing? When the backstage stuff starts to affect my TV entertainment, it starts to affect what's happening on TV, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. Get help. Get you some help, Tony. Seriously. Okay? You don't... I know you want to feel like everything's good, but you don't have your finger on the pulse right now. Okay, we're not saying that you suck. We're not saying that you should go out of business. I'm not even saying, Tony, that you will never get good at what you're doing. I'm saying, right now, everything's spiraling out of control. And if you continue to let it spiral out of control, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. This should have never happened. Andrade and Sammy Guevara should have never even came to blows, because you should have seen it coming. You should have seen it coming. But I guess Tony Khan he had the blinders on this time. I don't know, man. Just give me your thoughts about this. This is frustrating. Can we be done? Be done with the backstage drama. Please. Give me your thoughts down below. That's crazy, man. Let's talk about some positive things. I actually just want to talk about how great this show was. This was a great show. Please believe me when I tell you, outside of the drama, this was an excellent show top to bottom. If you just look at it for what it was, what they delivered, you had a hot crowd. Again, very small. Not usually the size that they would go for, but you know what? They were in there, 3,000, and they packed out that building, and they were loud. That's what ultimately matters. You had people there that were excited. Really excited about the show. And you opened up with MJF and Wheeler Yuta, who had an awesome match. MJF hasn't wrestled in months. First match back, and he looked great. And Wheeler Yuta continues to show me that he is at least in line for breakout star of 2022. Like, remember when he first came in with the best friends and no one liked him? Now he's like literally one of the best things about the show. He looked great in this match. And MJF made him look really, really, really good. So that's good, man. That's always a good sign. And I love the little tidbit at the end there, where you see, I think it's the Firm, is that what they're called? Well, the Firm come out. Well, let me back up. Let me backtrack. So after the match, Maxwell Jacob Friedman makes Wheeler Yuta tap out to the Salt of the Earth, that armbar. Then we see Wheeler Yuta stand up and goes to give him a handshake. And Friedman struggles with the idea. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, that was a really good match. That actually was a really good match. So he goes to shake his hand, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And you're thinking, okay, MJF is actually going to turn on him in 5, 4. Now, he does, I mean, like, Maxwell Friedman does have someone attack Wheeler Yuta from behind. And that was, of course, Lee Moriarty. But then afterwards, MJF was like, dude, I didn't tell you to hit him. I didn't tell you to do that. So you're like, is this an act? Sometimes you have to be careful of MJF, because he might make you think he's going babyface when he's the devil. Keep that in mind. So you really can't trust him. But what really got me just interested was when we see Stokely Hathaway yelling at MJF, hit him with the ring, hit him with the ring, hit him with the ring. And MJF was like, I don't want to do it. Puts the ring on. William Regal stands up, leaves commentary, puts on his brass knucks, and gets inside the ring. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Chant starts. And that shot of William Regal and MJF. Mwah! I know I don't think we're going to get that match anytime soon, but I pay good money to see MJF versus William Regal. I'm just saying. So, opening segment was great. Great way to kick things off. Then we go right from that to Darby Allin and Jay Lethal. They did show a video package before this of the feud between Bryan Danielson and the BCC. Or at least Bryan Danielson and the JAS Society, excuse me. But BCC, JAS. And that was very well done. Very good video package. Then we have a quick promo. Jericho says he's going to teach some lessons, and Daniel better be ready to make the right decision, or he won't live enough to regret it. They'll make him regret it. That's basically what they said. Then we get into Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal. Great match. Great chemistry. Lots of counters and near falls and lots of great athletic prowess from Darby Allin and Jay Lethal. Working the knee with stomps, whiplash, whipping across the ropes. Darby Allin basically was collapsing throughout the night. We had inverted DDTs, freaking code reds. It was everything you could want. There was a spot in there where Jay Lethal was going for the lethal injection, I say it right, and fell on his head. I was like, ugh. But he was cool, apparently. Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh do come out to be like, hey, let us help you. And Jay's just like, no. Let me see if I can beat him by myself. And then Darby Allin pins him. Clean. 1, 2, 3. Then after the match, Jay Lethal shakes Darby's hand and walks out. You're like, what the hell? Okay. Alright then. I guess everyone's just being honorable today. Code of honor for AEW. But match of the night for me, don't care what y'all say. The match of the night was Wardlow versus I'm a Machine! Brian Cage. Brian's first AEW match since. It's been a while. It's been a minute since he's had an AEW Dynamite match. I've seen him on ROH. But I almost want to say it's been over a year, which would be scary. Is it over a year? It's been a while. But anyways, he had a match against Wardlow, and it was awesome. These big men doing cruiserweight moves, Hurricane Ranas, tilt-a-whirls, freaking corkscrew moonsaults. Wardlow made that shit look easy. His match was great. And it's matches like this that make me go, why is it Brian Cage being used more? You know Brian Cage is a great athlete. You know fans want to see him do great things. I don't know why it doesn't feel like they know what to do with him. I don't get it. But let's hope they figure it out. Wardlow does beat Brian Cage. And then afterwards, Prince Nana, Brian Cage, and what are their names again? The Embassy. That I'm just gonna call him the Embassy. The Embassy attack Wardlow. Then Samoa Joe comes out. Samoa Joe comes out to make the save, and then they attack Samoa Joe. So it's 3-on-2. They're getting their asses kicked, and you already know. You already feel it. You're already sensing it. And then the music hits. Dum 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 dum. Monster pop for FTR. The crowd lost their minds. Still a monster pop. Still getting monster pops. Fans ain't forgot. Give him that title shot at the pay-per-view, Tony. Tone. Give him that title shot, Tony. Dag nabbit. Seriously, it's time for FTR to win those titles. I've been ready for it. But they're taking on the Embassy on Friday. Just not a bad match. Saraya was out to manage the babyfaces in this 6-women's tag match. Athena, Toni Storm, and Willow Nightingale taking on Penelope Ford, Serena Deeb, and where my haters at? Where them haters at? Jamie Hayter, motherfuckers. Jamie Hayter's getting that babyface reaction. She getting that love everywhere she goes. Tony, I am ready for a Jamie Hayter push. And I know you ready. And by you, I mean Valhalla Erickson. And by you, I mean the big MGM. I mean Pikachu Black. I mean Casey Morgan. I know Mean Boy 96 is ready. I know Capital Worlds 1986 is ready. I know Blinky Master is ready. I know damn well that Christopher Carter is ready. And I know damn sure Khalil does everything. Everything is ready. Everyone is ready to be a hater. Are you a hater? Well, you better become one very soon. Man, this match was great. This is a really good showcase of the women. Athena shined the most. Athena's so fucking good, bro. So goddamn good. I do like that Willow got the pin. She pinned Penelope Ford and won the match for the team. And I was like, Willow won a match? Oh my god. That's so cool. But that's not what people are talking about. What people are talking about is what happened afterwards. So, before the match, Britt Baker did a, I think, recorded promo where she says, breaking news, Saraya is not going to wrestle in AEW. She hasn't been cleared yet, so too bad. So sad. But then after this match, we see Saraya and Britt Baker get inside the ring. Britt Baker is like, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. And then Paige takes a step back and bow! Wallops her. She throws them bows. We drop bows, drop bows. Throw them bows. She elbowed the piss out of Britt Baker. And then they start brawling. Saraya got physical. I called her Saraya. Saraya got physical. She throws Baker out of the ring and finds herself face to face with Rebel, and then super kicks Rebel. Well, it was a buzzsaw roundhouse kick, but still. She got physical tonight. I think that pretty much sealed it. They're gonna let her wrestle again. She might not be cleared yet, but she's definitely gonna wrestle. That's awesome. I'm excited. I really am excited. We did an interview backstage with Rush and Jose. No Andrade. We know why. Confronting Private Party about holding up their end of the deal. The Acclaimed come out for what was easily the segment of the night. National Scissoring Day. I loved it. This was great. They have a podium inside the ring. We have the audience going, oh, scissor me, Danny. Very special night. Hilarious segment. We have Anthony Bowen say, today it was made official. The Scissor Me Daddy Ass t-shirt is the #1 selling t-shirt in 2022. Really? Is that true, or are they just saying that? Who cares? AEW doesn't stand for All Elite Wrestling. It stands for Acclaimed Every Wednesday. Basically book themselves on Wednesdays. I like it. Anthony Bowen says, scissoring is like a handshake and the sign of a true team. And the people want to be represented by a real team. Not like Keith Lee and Sneaky Swerve. This isn't Swerve's house. This is Daddy Ass's house. Big pop for Billy Gunn. And then Billy Gunn reaches under the podium and pulls out some scissors. Like actual giant scissors. You know how you have them reveal parties and then you have the scissors cut the ribbons when they're doing a grand opening and stuff like that? It's those scissors. And Anthony Bowens was running with scissors. Hilarious segment. Then they go to close by doing the ultimate scissor me Crowd's pumping it up. Oh, and then Swerve's music hits. I don't care what y'all say. I was vibing to that. Top rope, catch a vibe, catch this foot when I dive. Hey, dun, dun, dun. I was vibing to it. I don't care about y'all. I'll be getting that song though. Seriously, when Swerve's song comes, I'll be like, yeah. I'll be getting it, man. That song go hard. It goes hard. Swerve comes out. He says this is the most idiotic thing that he's ever seen. And he congratulates Billy Gunn on getting kids suspended in this decade like he did 20 years ago. Good line. The tag titles shouldn't be on their shoulders. They should be on Billy's because it's his fault that they won the titles. They got to get back to business. So next week in Toronto, Swerve challenged Billy Gunn. And I'm assuming there's going to be a stipulation that if Swerve beats Billy Gunn, they get another opportunity at those titles. Right. All right. Enter Smart Mark Sterling, who's all like, hey, I told you Swerve was a piece of shit, so help me get rid of him. And then the Acclaim beat up Smart Mark. Then Billy Gunn, daddy ass Billy Gunn, looked at him and said, you're on. I'll see you next week, boy. In Canada. Loved the segment. It was just one of those things that just worked. The Acclaimed, I just never thought they would get this over. I had a feeling that eventually it was gonna happen, but damn it all, this is great. I'm so happy they got over, man. I'm happy for them. Real talk, this was great. It was great to see. Swerve is a great heel, by the way. He is that guy. People love to hate him. They enjoy hating him. Giving me Vegeta vibes, for real. Madison Rayne and Sky Blue. Fine ass Sky Blues backstage. And they're confronted by Tay Mello and Anna Jay. And then Sky Blue's all like, you know what? Yeah, I'll work on my charisma and you guys can work on your wrestling. Ooh. God damn. What do I sound like? Oh yeah. Yeah, and they got a tag match this Friday. Ty Mello and Anna Jay taking on Sky Blue and Madison Rayne. Sky Blue's the shit. More TV time for her, please. I would really appreciate it. Hangman Page took on Roosh. Great match. Lots of crazy near falls. You can tell Andrade was supposed to be here for this, but what they did was fine. Loved the tranquilo pose that Roosh is starting to do more and more of now. But of course, Hangman Page does win because he has to win. Because in 2 weeks he's champion. He's having a championship match, so he can't lose. Private Party are about to jump Hangman Page, but Jonathan Moxley runs out and tells him, don't touch him. Moxley slides into the ring, gets a mic. Squaring up with Hangman Page, getting right in his face. John Moxley says, he's been waiting for this for 3 years, watching and studying Page, because he knew this was coming. This moment would come. Between the two of them, they've beaten just about everybody there is to beat in AEW, except each other. So on October 18th, which is a Tuesday, by the way, not a Wednesday, a Tuesday night Dynamite, in his hometown, where he used to smoke and drink under the bridge outside, there will be one last man standing here in AEW. Because the only person staying his way from being the best in the world is Hangman Page. And I'll see you in 13 days. Hangman gets the microphone and goes, look, why wait? Let's do it right here, right now. Moxley said, look, bitch, don't be one of those dudes that get in trouble by speaking more than he should. Like a lot of kids around here, he runs his mouth and gets himself in trouble. This is your final warning. You have 13 days. That was a shot. Pew, 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 pew. And exactly who you thought it was. Willow Nightingale is backstage after winning her match, and she confronts TBS champion Jay Cargill. Yeah, Jay Cargill. All right, Jay Cargill. And Willow said, "Alright, let me whip that ass really quickly. I want another shot at your title." Jay's like, "Bitch, I already beat you. You wanna lose again?" And Willow's like, "Maybe I'll win this time. You don't know. Maybe I figured out a cheat code to whip your ass this time." And Jay was just like, "Alright, come on, let me whip that ass again. 39-0. Which she will, but I'm not complaining. I love Willow. Fuego del Sol got his ass handed to him by Luchasaurus, Dark Luchasaurus, and Christian. But afterwards, Jungle Boy Jack Perry runs in with a chair and wallops Luchasaurus, running him off. Gives him the microphone. "You're supposed to be my friend!" That's essentially the promo. But now he's gonna pick him apart. He's gonna pick him apart piece by piece. And then Christian said, "Well, look, you can't have him tonight, but you can have him next week in my hometown." So there you go. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in Toronto. Cool. Oh, and then the main event. The Sex Gods, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, defeated American Dragon and Daniel Garcia. Like, bro. Like, you can't be that tone deaf. The crowd was chanting "F you, Sammy" and "Idolo" throughout the entire match. "Idolo, Idolo, Idolo, Idolo. F you, Sammy. F you, Sammy." And then Sammy got the pinfall on Daniel Garcia. And you're like, I know you guys can't be this dumb. I know that you didn't. I know that you didn't hear the fans. Or you read what's happening. I know you did. I know. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want you to think they're just tone deaf. You had Sammy win that match, knowing that fans were already pissed at you for not sending him home. And now people can't even enjoy the match because they're like, well, why the hell is he here? If he got into a backstage altercation, that's crazy. It's favoritism. So I don't know. I wouldn't call it favoritism, but I just think it's crazy that Sammy stayed and Andrade didn't. But Sammy does get the victory for his team. He pins Daniel Garcia. And then Chris Jericho and Sammy celebrate. So more heat for them. Let's see where that goes. And that was Dynamite. Again, I thought it was a great show overall. When you take out the drama and you just appreciate it and like it for what it is. Again, I think the show it's just one of those things where people are just sick of the bullshit. Oh my God. Trust me, I am too. I am beyond sick of it, but damn it all, man. Can we get some structure in this company? Some structure. Like the video, subscribe, click the bell. If you click the bell, click all to catch all the content. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Leave a comment down below. Donate using Cash App and Venmo. I got live streams every day. As soon as I'm done with this one, I'm going to be making another live stream. Another live stream to be ready for tomorrow. And that is my preview of Extreme Rules 2022. We're going to talk about the match card, who I think is going to win, and all that kind of jazz. It's going to be fun. Friday will be SmackDown and a live Rampage review. And then, of course, and then Saturday will be Extreme Rules. Okay? I hope y'all are excited about it because I am. I'm very excited about that. So, yeah, and that's basically my week. On Sunday, I get to take a break. Like an actual break. Then we're right back into it the very next week with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And whatever else happens in there. So, thank y'all so much for continuing to support me. You guys are great. And always show love to each other. Take care of yourselves. And know that you are welcomed right here in Alyx's World. A place that was, is, and forever will be. A safe space for wrestling fans like you. And yes, even you, Sammy. Peace.